and welcome to my unboxing and reboxing of Age of Innovation, a Terra Mystica game. I have not had the opportunity to play this game yet, but I'm excited to because I enjoy the Terra Mystica. When we remove the lid, the first thing that we have here is our rule book. Our rule book is a 24-page rule book with lots of detail, and we have a large components guide here. Next, we have our Automa or Solo rules. This is an 8-page rule book that is separate. And we have bags of bags. I have 10 bags of this size, and it looks like these are the same size. And 10 more bags, so a total of 20 bags here provided. And then I have an insert of we might like other games here. Okay, most of these are ones that I do already carry in our store. And then I have 2 sets of cards here. In this package, first I have these. Okay, there's separate components also for the single player. These are the 3-player aid cards for the single player game. It looks like this. They are double-sided. Those are for the single player. Then we have our 12 Automa faction cards and 2 achievement cards. It looks like there should be. Yeah, so here are the 2 achievement cards, this one and this one for single player. They and all the Automa factions have this back. And the faction cards look like this. Then here we have the planning display cards for the regular game. They have this back, and on the front we have one for each faction, or each terrain type. We have one for each terrain type. Then we have some smaller cards. These are more standard poker size card. Here we have our 3 Automa difficulty level cards. 2 of them are double-sided. One of them has this back, like this, and these. And then we have the 7 Automa terrain priority cards. They look like this on the back. They've got that Automa symbol on them on top of terrain. And then on the front, they look like this. And then we have 1 double-sided initial workshop setup card for the single player. Then we have 14 Automa decision cards that are also only for single player. They have this back, and on the front, they look like this. So of all of the cards, only the planning display cards are for regular play, and the rest of these are all for solo play. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of my bags and put all of these solo cards in one bag so that they are separate and don't get messed up when we are playing this game with multiple players. Go ahead and set these aside. Then we have some of our components that are per player color. So these here are the university. The university has this shape, and there is 1 in each color. Our colors are blue, green, yellow, red, brown, white, black, and gray. Actually, the white is neutral, but it's still the same shape. I am going to make bags for each color because we are going to make one for each player out of the different components as they come up. So I will go ahead and do that as I go with these components. Next, I have a big bag that has a whole bunch of smaller bags in it. So the first small bag here has our schools. So there should be 3 schools in each color, and this school is a little bit smaller. It's got a little dome on top of a cylinder. And there should be 3 of these in each color, except 1 white one, because the white is neutral and not for a player color. Our next bag is the workshops, I think. Yeah, these are the workshops. There should be 9 in each color. And they look like this. They're like a little house with a little chimney on them. Like that on the end. There's 9 of each color and 1 white one. Next, we have the bag of guilds. There are 4 guilds for each color and 1 white. Guild shape looks like this. Next, we have status markers. These are a hexagonal prism. And we have 5 of those in each color. There's not a white status marker because we don't need a neutral status marker. We have 3 bridges of each color. And these are just a long rectangular prism. We have 1 turn order marker. These are a shorter, squat, hexagonal prism. So they are shorter and squatter, rounder, fatter. I don't know how to say it. These are for turn order, so we just have 1 of those for each. Oops, wrong color. 1 of those for each color. Next, we have the scholars. There are 7 scholars for each color, and they look like a fairly standard meeple. Next, we have 2 track markers in each color, and they are a small cube. They look like this, small cubes. Then we have some more neutral components. We have 5 towers. They almost look like a chess pawn, but not. And we have 1 palace that is white. And we also have, oh, actually, that was the 1 monument. Okay. This is the 1 monument that is white. As compared to the palace has 3, the 3 peaks of the palace are the same height. We have 1 of those in each color and a neutral white palace as well. Then we also have 8 annexes. They are a trapezoidal prism shape. And purple, there are 8 of them. They're considered neutral, so they're going to go in the neutral bag. And 65 power tokens. Again, these are neutral. But I'm going to leave them in their own bag because it's easier to keep them straight. These are just very small circular discs. And the same thing with these cubes. These cubes here are the 65 tools. And so I am going to keep them in their bag to keep them separate as well. So after all that, we have these are the 2 additional innovation display sections that adapt the player count. So 1 strip like this and 1 like this. This is an innovation display base section here, and these are all blank on the back. And then these are the 7 planning displays. There's 1 per terrain here. So this is the one for desert, forest, wasteland, swamp, mountain, plains, and lake. Then this is the one science display, like this. These are our tracks. This is the game board. The game board is double-sided. On one side, it looks like this. And on the other side, it looks like this. And then we have punch boards here. So we have 7 punch boards here with several different things on them. So there should be 20 of these X tokens, and there should be 125 coins. Of the coins, there should be 64 ones, 35 twos, and 26 fives. As you can see here, we have 20 of the X's. We have several ones, twos, and fives here. We actually have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 ones, 6 twos, and 5 fives on this first board here. For the rest of our coins, we have the same number of coins and X's on this next one. And on this one, we have the same number of coins and X's. And then on this one, we also have the same number of coins and X's. The remaining coins are on this sheet. We have an additional 6 fives, 7 twos, and 24 ones on this sheet. So also on these first 4 punch boards, we have some other items. There should be a total of 48 competency tiles, 4 each of 12 different tiles. That's these here. We have 12 of them, and they are the same on the first 4 punch boards. We have the same 12 tiles here in this side, and they look like this. Those 12 tiles look like this, and on the back, they have this on them. And there are 4 copies across those boards. What I just knocked out was one of the round bonus tiles. There are 10 total round bonus tiles. There are 2 on each of these punch boards. So here we have these 2 right here. We have 2 more on this punch board. 2 more on this punch board. And 2 more on this punch board. And then the last 2 are on one of the other punch boards here. Additionally, in here, we have 4 final round score tiles. That's a square that's sort of a light blue color. And we have 3 of these round score tiles that are for different rounds. So they are more rectangular. And then this is the final round score. And again, we have those here on this board. We have more on this board. And we have more on this board in that same spot. There are 21 city tiles. There are 7 different ones, 3 of each. And so they look like these hexagons here. We have 5 on this board, 5 on this board, 5 on this board, and 5 on this board, leaving 1 on this board with the coins. Next on this punch board, we do have terrain tiles. So there should be 7 different terrains. These are all 2-sided. So here we have these terrains. And on the back, this set looks like this. Then we have this set, which on the back looks like this. We have this set, one had fallen out. And on the back, it looks like this. And then we have this set, and on the back, it looks like this. there are all 14 here. So 14 on each of these 4 becomes 56 total. Also on these boards, we have some of these palace tiles. There are 17 different palace tiles. We have 4 here, and they have this back. There is one special backed one. We also have a palace placeholder tile here. There's one of these on each of the 4 boards as well. And then up here, we have books. There are 12 per color for a total of 48. And so we have 3 of each color on this board. And they are double-sided, the same on both sides. So that's everything that's on this board. No, we did not talk about this. This is one of the book action tiles. There are 6 of these total. And so there's 1 on each of these boards. So here we have that book action title, we have our books and our palace tiles here. Our book action, our books and palace titles here. Book action, books and palace titles here. I'm going to go ahead and punch out these things that I have here. I'm going to start a bag for coins and for terrain. And because there's so many, I'm going to go ahead and put the books in a bag as I get started here too. So moving on to this punch board, we have our remaining 2 of these book action tiles down here, our remaining 3 of these palace placeholder tiles, these palace placeholder tiles here, and 1 more of our actual palace tiles. It's the one with the red back, like that. We also have the remainder of our coins and our last city. These are the 4 area score tiles for the 2-player game, these blue squares. And on the back, they look like that. These are 2 of the 5 action overview tiles. They are the same on the front and the back. These are 12 round score tiles. I thought we already had our 12 rounds. Oh, these are the automa. Okay, so these are the 12 round score tiles for the automa. These have that symbol on it that indicate that they are specifically for the automa right here. And so these are just for single player. These achievement tokens are also just for single player. And these are the final round score tiles for single player. And on the back, those look like this. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in my bag that I made with the single player cards, just so that everything single player stays together. It is not used in the base game. Now we have a single player baggie that has all those tokens. Now these are point tokens for 100 and 200. And then I had already mentioned the castle placeholders here. Next on this punch board, we have 9 of our innovation tiles. Those innovations look like this. They are things that you would normally think of as inventions. On the back, they look like this. And the other 9 for our 18 total are on this board here. We also have our 2 last round bonus tiles, one here, whoops, one here, and one here. Then we have, this is our turn order display tile here for the turn order. Got this on the back. We have our other 3 player aid tiles that are the same on both sides here. 2 of them on this board. Also on these punch boards, we have our different factions. There are 12 factions, and 6 of them are on this board here. And the other 6 are on this board here. So for reboxing, first we will add the game board, which does not fit this way, even though it's really close. It has to go this way. Along with our terrain planning mats and our innovation boards here. Then down on this side, we will put our helper tiles, we will put our faction tiles, and our turn order tile. And then we will start putting some of these bags in so that we can have enough room to see how we're going to bag up the rest of the items. I still have a whole bunch of bags left, so I'm going to take a bag and I'm going to use one for these 48 competency tiles, because that's an awful lot of tiles here. Now, to see what we've got left, we have our point tokens, we have our 2-player tokens, placeholders here. Okay, so I'm going to put all of the round scoring tiles and the final round scoring tiles in one bag together. I'm going to put all of the palace token tiles in one bag together. I'm going to put all of the innovation tiles in one bag. And I'm going to put all of the cities in one bag. And I'm going to put the 6 book action tiles and the point tokens and the area score tiles for the 2-player game in one bag. And then I'm going to put the X tokens, the palace placeholders, and the round bonus tiles in one bag. And then I'm going to put the cards, the planning display cards, in one bag here so that they stay nice. And there we have it. Now we just have to add both of our rule books and our advertising insert back on top here. And we have unboxed and reboxed Age of Innovation. If this video was helpful to you at all, if you would please give us a like and a subscribe and come back for more videos. Thanks.